pilgrimage route and a border dispute that has been dragging on for over 2 centuries between India and Nepal. Hello and welcome to NewsX. I'm Kailash. The Lipulekh Pass, a strategically vital Himalayan crossing located in Uttarakhand's Pithoragarh district, is once again at the center of a major diplomatic storm. The long-standing territorial row resurfaced after Nepal's Prime Minister Balen Shah remarked in Parliament that both countries have encroached upon each other's territory. According to the Prime Minister, Kathmandu plans to raise this issue with the United Kingdom, given that the entire dispute dates back to the British colonial rule. The immediate trigger for this fresh friction is the decision by India and China to conduct the 2026 Kailash Mansarovar Yatra through this strategic crossing. While it serves as the most practical route for thousands of Indian pilgrims heading to Mount Kailash, Nepal has strongly objected, asserting absolute sovereignty over Lipulekh and claiming the area as its own territory. Now, to understand why Lipulekh Pass remains the focal point of a 210-year-old unresolved border row between India and Nepal, let me tell you about the treaty that was signed way back in 1816. Following the Anglo-Nepalese War, the East India Company and the Kingdom of Nepal signed the Treaty of Sogali in 1816. This treaty designated the Kali River as the natural western boundary between India and Nepal. The problem over there, the treaty never actually defined the exact geographic coordinates of where the river officially starts. Nepal's stance is based on the argument that the river originates from a stream much further west, which could place Lipulekh, Kalapani and Limpiadhura cleanly inside Nepalese territory. India, however, maintains that the river actually begins where several high-altitude streams converge near Kalapani, keeping the Lipulekh Pass firmly within Indian borders. Now, the situation got even stickier in 1865, when British authorities unilaterally adjusted the border alignment near Lipulekh, shifting it into the watershed of the Kalapani stream. Now, fast forward to 1947. After India gained independence, New Delhi maintained continuous administrative, cartographic and military control over this region. Nepal, on the other hand, relies on its revised constitutional maps and historical documents to claim that these territories belong to Kathmandu. India's response to the matter remains completely straightforward. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal has pointed out that this route isn't a new development, emphasizing that India has been consistently using the Lipulekh Pass for the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra since 1954. The MEA has repeatedly rejected Nepal's claim, stating that while India's physical presence and administration on the ground are historical facts, New Delhi remains fully open to sitting down for bilateral table talks with Nepal to iron things out. But look beyond the religious pilgrimage. The real driver behind this dispute is the strategy. Lipulekh sits right at the tri-junction of India, Nepal and China-controlled Tibet. For India, keeping control of Lipulekh is crucial for monitoring military movements across the Himalayan border. China's role is also a major factor. In 2015, New Delhi and Beijing, they signed an agreement to use Lipulekh for the bilateral trade and completely bypassing Kathmandu. Now, that move triggered anti-India protest across Nepal at that time, and the geopolitical friction has simmered ever since. So, here is where the standoff rests. Nepal has the historical documents and a revised map to back its claims, but India has the actual physical control, an active military presence and decades of uninterrupted administration on the ground. This 2-century-old border row shows no signs of an easy fix. It remains a deeply complicated knot of faith, history and raw national security. For all the latest updates related to India-Nepal row, keep watching NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.